Hope y'all to the live. I'm getting right into it because time. So basically what I'm doing now, this is for my Oreos, but I'm waiting on my candy to cook over here. So while I wait, why not make a mold? So this is like a frame mold. I forgot to get my. This is a frame, like a picture frame. Don't be stingy with the chocolate. I wish I had more, because I want to do like 3 of these. But I don't. And that's just making sure the frame is fully filled. Then I'm gonna wipe off my excess. Usually I have a tool for this, but right now I don't. So it helps me see that little hole right there. I'm trying to prevent that. So. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. And then I'm gonna do one of these bowls in here. I'm not using this whole thing, but one of them is. Some people use a massager to get it out. Get out a little bit. I left mine upstairs, so we're just gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna put these in the fridge, and then my candy is almost ready to add flavoring. So I'll show y'all how I do that, and then I'll be back. Well, we live, but I ain't going nowhere. But I'm going somewhere. Okay. Some fridge. Get our flavoring. Put this back in the thing because it's a reheat. That's the thing about using chocolate. You can reheat a million times as long as you don't overheat. Let that sit over there. And then my hands off. So we got Lauren's flavoring. If y'all can see that, strawberry flavor is what we add into her. I do, this is the 4 ounce, so way bigger than the drams. So I do like 2 full drops of this. I actually buy the droppers. All of this is in my Amazon storefront, by the way. But I buy the droppers and switch them because it comes with a regular top, I want to say. So you can also find her stuff on Etsy too. But we're about to put. Okay, let your granny, tell your granny, tell her I'm live. Tell your granny, tell her I'm live. So candy is almost done. Only thing about pink is you gotta be real careful with it because it loves to sit on the side. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Does this. So we're gonna get that off before we dip. That way, it's just like cleaning up the sides of the pot. Any excess sugar will cause like this crystallized look. Yeah. No. Okay. So I'm gonna move y'all here so y'all can see. So that's almost done. So we almost at 250, but not quite. So we got a little ways to go. I'm gonna let y'all watch that cook. Me? Yeah. We almost there, y'all. This is the waiting game, baby. This is the part where you gotta be patient. Don't rush it. Don't touch it. Don't stir it. Nothing. Just be patient. Okay, so if you ever wanted to know what the process is like while the candy cooks, the only thing I can tell you is the candy is not this dark that it looks like on camera. It's like a bubblegum pink in person. Um, but the only thing I can tell you is just keep watching your thermometer because that's gonna save you heartache. It's gonna save you from wasting your time because let me tell you, the amount of times that I done walked off or thought I could go to the restroom or thought I could cook while I'm doing this or, multitask. This is not where you want to multitask. So the live is really just showing you like, this is really what I do. And imagine, I started the live when this was almost halfway done. This was almost at 200 degrees when I started the live. So we already 9 minutes in. So, and I am at 250 exactly. So we're about to add our flavor. I like to add my flavor at 250. It can sometimes be a risk because it'll bubble over. If it bubbles over, it bubbles over, y'all. I mean, what can we do about it besides move forward? Now, you will see me probably move it away if it bubbles over. And that's why the thing that this is on is so, it got so much dry sugar, caramelized sugar, crystallized sugar, because it has boiled over. One thing about when you add white and different colors, sometimes the candy will boil over once you add the flavoring, just off, I guess, chemical. I don't know. But as y'all saw, I did 2 drops. It never goes all the way up to the top of the droplet, so it's still not a lot, but I did 2 drops of flavoring. And I didn't stir it. The bubbles are mixing it for me. I don't have to worry about stirring it up just because I added flavor. A lot of people like to add flavor at the beginning. A lot of people like to add flavor when the candy's done. I've done both. A lot of times I add my flavoring when it's done, when I have white or something like super light that I don't want it to turn like a yellow. So trying to prevent that, I will add it at the end. Or sometimes vice versa, you can add it at the beginning to know kind of if your color's messed up. So it just really depends, because even with adding color, you got to be careful, because in the beginning it'll look lighter than what it's going to be once it cooks. But if you ever see a green tone, you burnt your candy. If any lime green or green pops up and you know you're not making green color apples, you burnt your candy. Take it off, start over. If you serve that, it is the most disgusting flavor. So just start over, and that's why I always encourage people, like, if you know you're about to make 1 batch of a dozen candy apples, buy the big bag of sugar. That way you have double the product, so that if something goes wrong with that first batch, you can go back. You don't have to try to run to a store. If you like me, you work a full-time job, so it's late already. You don't want to be running to Walmart or wherever trying to get ingredients that you could have already had. I'm not telling you to overstock, especially if you're just getting started. You don't want to overstock on nothing. Get what, so you can kind of, and that'll help you figure out what to charge too. Because if I'm spending this, what do I need to be charging? But I always get more than enough to make a second batch, just in case when you're working with sugar. It's just a risk, just being real. So as y'all can see, the bubbles are slowing down. That's your first sign that this is almost done. They go really fast and then they go really slow. And the slower, the more you need to be paying attention. So we're barely past 250, and that could be because of my heating thing. It does that. I don't know why it slows itself down, but the bubbles do slow down when it's getting thicker and it's close to being at 300 degrees. That's the goal. The goal is 300 degrees. So if you want that hard crack, people always ask me how you get it to shine like that. What else? I get so many different questions, but that's the biggest one. Like, oh my God, how did you get that color? Patience, trial and error, doing what works for me. But most of all, I do not mess with my candy. Yeah, I don't know if people are telling you to stir it, but I don't mess with my candy. When it's at 300, I immediately move off of the heat, but I always keep my heat on so that if I have to reheat the candy because it's getting too hard. Shouldn't happen on these. I'm only making 12, but you just never know. Depends on the color. But I'll try to show y'all as much as I can on this live so y'all can kind of see how I do them. I don't know if I'll show y'all how I'm decorating them just because I got so much to do in that field. But I may come back, like, once I'm done with everything, show y'all how I bag them, how I'm going to put, these are going to be Hello Kitty. So I'll show y'all maybe how I do those. But yeah, this should be fun. And y'all gonna see in real time that it takes me no time to dip these apples. I will try not to rush through it so y'all can see, but babe, we be trying to get it done, okay? This candy get hard too fast. So, yeah. But let me kind of start making room for myself because it'll be done in a minute. Y'all can enjoy the tunes. Hopefully they are, in fact, copyright free. Like it said, you got to just trust it at this point. All right, what can you do? So, this is my tray. These apples are on. Get everything situated. And this is just dried chocolate. Well, it ain't dry yet. All of this going together, it'll be just fine. But yeah, y'all. So let me see, where are we right now? We moving slow and steady. I'm telling you, you really have to have patience with this thing. But it works out. It does. It always does what it needs to do. Okay. Getting up there, y'all. We are at the hard ball. If you look at a candy thermometer, it'll tell you kind of where your candy, the texture of your candy. So we're at the hard ball stage. The next stage after that is the soft crack. I know some of my candy apple makers out there do stop at soft crack. Hey, what's going on? Make sure you like the live, share it with your friends. Just trying to show y'all real life how we do these candy apples. But you got hard ball, soft crack, and hard crack, and then you go into caramel, but that's different ingredients. But I always stop at hard crack. That's what I'm known for. But I know there are some candy apple makers that stop at soft crack. A lot of people don't like that chewy feeling when you're eating the apple. It's better to just crunch on them, but some people do. If you like the old school carnival apples, you love that, where it's the feeling of your teeth about to fall out your mouth, because that's exactly what it feels like to me. But yeah, I do hard crack. So if that is the 300 degrees. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a job, but I have plenty of videos on my channel. If you go under tutorials, honey, I'm teaching you. But I never really go live from this angle, like showing you me actively doing it, how fast I move. You know, it's always an edited video. So y'all gonna see real deal. Hey, even if I burn myself or something, you know, you gonna see real life or how it is. But I do move fast. Just because this candy dries so fast, y'all. Like, enjoy this slow part, because once it's done, I'm like, okay, gotta get to it. Let's go. But yeah, I'm excited to show y'all live. So make sure y'all comment, like, share with a friend, save it for later, because I know some people be busy around this time. It is dinner time, baby, getting that dinner, them kids, you know, set up. But yeah, make sure y'all come back and tune in with your girl. And I may do these more often, just kind of based off of how people interact. Yes, I used to make them all the time. My daughter does it now for the kids at school. But yes, I do make candy grapes. I think I have one video on candy grapes on there. You gotta go check it out. I think they're blue. But yes, I do make candy grapes as well. Candy grapes at one point, candy pickles, candy strawberries. So, but this is actual order Hello Kitty themed candy apples and Hello Kitty themed chocolate covered Oreos. I'm not doing the Oreos on live. I might do those tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm gonna go live with that. Just cause Oreos, I don't know, they tricky. But yeah, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Yeah, you gotta try them. Just go get you a little bag or something and just go for it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You mess up and you try it again. So I definitely encourage trying it. How I started doing them is just being a desperate mother that wanted to do a carnival themed birthday party for my baby. I knew nothing about candy apples. So those were super big. Like, they were done wrong, but they were still good. because I had an idea on how to make them, but I wasn't sure. Then I took a class off of Facebook. Back in the day, you took classes on Facebook. Learned how to do them, perfected it to what I liked, because I no longer use that particular recipe, but I perfected it to what I liked, and it just went from there. I'm famous for my glass looking candy apples. A lot of people think it's an edit. A lot of people think, what is it now, AI? No, they really come out looking like they look. If I don't see myself in a candy apple, my reflection, I got a problem. Okay, I didn't do something right. So I really pride myself in that. And I do not get discouraged if my candy does not turn out right. I will drop everything and I will start over. Not that I'm a perfectionist, but if you're paying me for something, you're going to get what you paid for, okay? I encourage everybody to have that same attitude. Not like, oh, well, all is lost. I done got my money. Don't do that. Do what you're supposed to do, okay? But we almost there. I know y'all just tuning in. Everybody just now coming in. Make sure y'all like and share the live. We are almost at the point of dipping. Like I said, once it gets to that point, it goes fast. So enjoy the slow part. Hope y'all enjoy the non-copyright tunes in the background. I try to find us something to listen to while we just sitting here watching this candy bubble. But hey, you know YouTube, baby. We gotta, you know, do what we supposed to do now. We want to follow all policies. Yeah, but you know, especially where I live, like you get so many horror stories about treats. It's like, cause you it's a lot. A lot of times when you're doing treats, you're doing them as a package, and it's like you're already overwhelmed. So a lot of times people be rushing, you know. Yeah, when my life got overwhelmed, I just stopped selling because I wasn't about to do that. Yeah, my name on it is gonna be right, and if it ain't, please tell me so I can fix it. But yeah, love it, love doing it. I'm glad I'm back at it. What you doing? Work. We almost there, y'all. Let me see where we at. We are at the soft crack now. So we at the next stage. We almost at 300. And I get annoyed sometimes because it takes, I don't ship, and I'll explain why in just a second. But I get annoyed sometimes because it takes so long, and I have to remember, like, I want it to take this time, because if it overcooks, you know, I'm stuck. So, but no, I don't ship, and the reason being is, again, it's like glass, right? And I know everybody's like, oh, they have protection, and man, I see so many horror stories with mail nowadays. Ever since, you know, that thing that came and affected everybody. I don't like to say it on YouTube, but mail has been completely different. Think about how, you know, the porch pirates and the stuff being stolen out of your packages, and how they throw packages that say fragile. Like, if you throw these, they're gonna crack. There goes your birthday party. There goes your whatever you're having. I can't. You know, I have people come from all over Dallas to get them, but I have yet to be confident enough to ship this stuff. I know there's different ways and foam and stuff like that, but they're so delicate. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, if they hit against each other, they crack. So, yeah, like, I when I package them, I have to be careful. You know, and thank goodness I've never had that issue. Nobody's like, oh, they all cracked me riding in the car. But it could happen because they're that delicate. But I use cake boxes and make sure they're packaged right to not have that issue. But, you know, maybe one day. I wish I had a friend out of town that I can kind of trial it with. Like, send it to them and then, but yeah. Yeah, I saw a video where she was being recorded. She didn't even care. She was just throwing. I was like, oh, and it had fragile on it. I'm like, oh my God, I think the lady was selling like skincare or something, and it was like glass bottle. Baby, ooh, because I know me. I done put all my hard work in, you done pay me your money. Yeah, I'd be pissed. And then, you know, they want you to, when you're mailing something, oh, just sit it over there. We'll get to it. We're busy. Oh, no, I need to see my package be handled with care. Like, yeah, no. I would give them people the blues. I would give them the blues. I'm telling you. So it's best. It's best if I just keep it local and, you know, hope it reach, you know, enough people. That's why I do free tutorials on YouTube, because I know there's people out of state that want to do this or want to be able to get it. Baby, go in your kitchen and do it yourself. Here you go. And I know people sell, like I bought the class. I know people sell this, but I just put it on here, and, you know, if I make something from it on here, then I do, but I'm not charging for this. It's not to say I won't start though, because I was thinking about a little book, you know, a how-to book, a virtual book. But yeah, for right now, baby, enjoy the tutorials on there. I definitely suggest you try it. Yeah, and then even if you didn't want to replace it, they look at you like, even if you put insurance on it, they refuse to call it insurance. They calling you like you did it. Like you're not the mailman. You know, once you send it to them, you trust them to do right. But yeah, I know there's people that like, no, you fix it. So, yeah, I ain't rich. So if you paying me for something, more than likely I needed it. So to be refunded left and right, yeah, I've never had that happen to where I had to refund for treats, and thank God. Hope I don't. All right, y'all, we almost there. We are almost there, and that's crazy. It's been 26 minutes, but I appreciate you hanging in and talking to me. I hope y'all enjoying the little mix back here, child. Like I said, they might copyright me. I don't know. I tried to find something that was royalty free, as they say. But yeah. Also, it is hot. Would you be prepared to be hot? This candy gets hot, honey. You might want to turn the AC on, and it helps with your apples after you dip. It helps it not be sticky. If you want to sit them out and, you know, have them out for a while, or you got other stuff to put on them and you don't want them to get sticky for you, so you won't be able to put them in the bag, keep your house cold while you're doing this. It'll make a huge difference. But if you don't keep it cold, don't turn the heat on, because you're going to have some sticky apples. And the kids don't care, but if you're trying to put them in the bag, you will care. Look, I know it's almost done, so now I'm clearing space. I'm making sure they got a spot for them to cool off. All of that should have been done it, but I was talking to y'all. I blame y'all. But yeah, just clearing space, because I want them as cool as possible. That's kind of why I bought these trays, because it makes it super easy when you're done. You put them back on the tray and slide that tray in the fridge. It has its own area. Try to keep, I have a little bitty fridge over there. Try to keep stuff, all the treats and stuff away from other food. If you don't have that option, you know, just kind of make way. Make sure you didn't just make some tacos or something crazy and putting them in there with them, because baby, they will smell like them. So you gotta, you know, if you can though, get like a small fridge to store your treats in, and makes a difference too, sanitary wise, and like I said, smell, all of that matters. We are about there, y'all. One more line up and we're ready to roll. As you can see, there's a lot more bubbles now. Don't be intimidated if you ever see that. That means you're almost at the end. Again, you're looking for green. If you see green, you overcooked it. That means your thermometer was broke, or you didn't pay attention, and you got to start over. So we pray for no green tonight. We are almost there. Stop slightly under it, just because I gotta. This thermometer doesn't like me sometimes. So I'm gonna move this back to give myself space. And we about to take it off the heat. The good thing about a silicone mat is it can take it. Baby, it don't like to move. Ooh, God. All right, so what I do, take it off, sit it down, take this out. I always have a glass of water on the side to put that in. I'm gonna let that chill for just a second, not very long. And then I'm gonna lean it against this. I'm gonna turn it off. I don't usually turn it off, but I'm gonna lean it against my thing. You can always, if you have a big pot like this, you wanna put like a towel or something. It makes it so much easier. All right, y'all. See how them calm down? Some people won't dip like this. Me, I dip like this. All right. Can you make sure y'all can't see? Hold on, I'm gonna fix it. Glad I noticed. All right. There we go. Yes, I will have a lot of candy left. Did that on purpose. Because these apples are a good little size. And yeah. Y'all can see.
What you were coughing for? I don't be knowing this that I'm on. How nice that? Oh.
Okay, y'all, so that's how we did. Now, I actually have some glitter I gotta spray on these. So, give me a second. Alright, so like I told you, I got a whole bunch more to do to these apples. Decor wise, but this is just my base. Cute little pink. I wish it was coming off on camera correctly, but y'all get the gist of it. Thank y'all for hanging with me. Make sure before y'all leave, make sure y'all share it, like it. I'll still be reading comments on it if you have questions. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time.